Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Mitch. If you're new, my channel is primarily based around restoring my 1963 Corvette split window. But this video is not about the split window. We're not going to be working on the car today. Instead, I'm going to vinyl wrap my PlayStation 4 and my PlayStation 4 controller with the Inshane Designs vinyl wrap kit. This is the red camo. As you can see, it's nicely labeled to tell you which panels go where. And the controller one's all split up. Everything's all cut out, so all you have to do is prep your PS4 and controller and then use your spreader, which they sell them on their website. I just used one I have in the garage, and it's used. As you can see, I used it for spread and filler and stuff, so I cleaned it off the best I could, and I covered it up with a little bit of tape so that way there's no sharp edges on it, and if I missed any bit of filler, it won't affect the wrap. So we're going to try this kit out and see how it works. We're going to start with the PS4, and then the next video I am going to do the controller. Alright, so now to start, I'm going to clean off the PS4 first with a paper towel, just to get a majority of the dust off of it. And then once I do that, I will go back over it with an alcohol swab. This is also a good time to remove any stickers that are on your console, because they will show up through the vinyl wrap as a little indent. So if you don't want to see them through the vinyl, you want to remove them. I don't know if you can see this. This console's pretty well scratched up. I bought it used, so this is a good candidate. So now that we wiped it off, we're going to wipe it off with the alcohol swab. This will get rid of any fingerprints or any dust residue that may be left over. Make sure you're getting all the creases. I'm using small alcohol swabs, so I'm probably going to have to use a couple of these. Okay, now that we're done with that step, it's time to start installing the vinyl. So now you just kind of pick whatever section you want to work on first and start working around. I'm going to do this section because it's a smaller section and I've never done this before, so this will be a good practice one. So now this front panel has enough overlap to go over this front lip. So you want to position it with the back. And remember, this is repositionable, so you do not have to make the first shot count 100%. So now that we have it roughly on there, I'm going to start using the spreader, and we're going to try to work our way across to make sure it lays out flat and even. We'll work across this line here, body line, to make sure we get it nice and sharp. If you get any weird fingerprints in it or stretches, you can take it out with the hairdryer, which I had a couple marks from whenever I lifted it and put it back down, but they came right out whenever I hit it with the spreader. Just watch the corners. Go over this edge a couple times to make sure I get it nice and sharp. So there's our first line. Now there is a little bit of an overhang that goes over this edge. But as you can see, it's designed to show a little bit of black on the outside. It's not designed to fit and overhang that other edge. And I have it sitting so it's flush on the back. Small one goes on a lot easier. You can go over the edges with your fingers to make sure there's nothing that's hanging over that'll snag. But as you can see, that's already starting to look really good. And I've never done this before, but it's turning out really nice. So on to the next one. Next we'll do the big one, just to get him out of the way. And I'm really happy with the fit of these panels. So far they're fitting exactly how they should. There's not too much material. So I had a little bit of a bubble here, so I'll pull it taut, and I'll use the spreader to help pull it back. Once again, I'll work from about the center, maybe a little further, across. On these corners, there's a little extra material sometimes. A little bit bunching up in this corner. Just kind of have to work it around. You can either use the squeegee or use your finger. Work it around, then any wrinkle you come up with the end. You can just hit it with the blow dryer, or a little heat gun. There's a little wrinkle here. Whenever I'm done, I'll go over the whole thing with a hair dryer. Here's what the PS4 looks like after the vinyl wrap was applied. So you can see the panels fit very nice. The only thing that I noticed is there is a difference between how the panels stick from this side of the console to this side, because this side has the rough textured plastic and this side has the smooth plastic. It bites really hard to the smooth plastic, and it tends to want to lift on this type of plastic, and that's not Inshane Design's fault. Vinyl wrap is just designed to stick to smooth surfaces like a car's original paint job, so that's best mimicked on the smooth side. So that's not their fault. Just be patient with it and make sure it actually does stick when you put it down. It does stick, but it every once in a while you'll notice you may get a little bit of lifting if you look around the sides, so make sure you press firmly around the edges. But overall, the fit was very nice. Everything was cut out nice. It did have to be hand cut out in some points, so you could see where somebody took an X-Acto knife and cleaned it off. But they did a really good job. Now, if you take your time a little bit more, you can get these edges to be a little cleaner. I have a little bit of black showing, which is fine for this type of wrap. But if you had a different color scheme, you didn't want that, you could try to hug this piece over just a little bit more. But there's not much room on that side to really do that, so that's just kind of how the kit's designed. But overall, I'm very happy with the way the kit worked out. It worked really well. It was really easy to install. Like I said, I'd never installed anything vinyl before. And just keep a hairdryer around if you do make a mistake, if you do stretch it or something, whenever you're trying to peel it off, if you made a mistake, keep that around and you can smooth over any mistake. And it's just a nice urban camo PS4, so it'll be good to go. Enjoyed my little tutorial of how to install an Inshane Designs vinyl kit for your console. That works also for the Xbox console, not just the PS4. It also works for the PS4 Slim. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. So every once in a while I'll do little side projects. Here's the engine. It's original matching numbers car. So if you guys are new to the channel, check it out. There's going to be a lot of great videos. A lot more progress to be done on the car. As you can see, it's just a bare shell right now. Eventually we'll get it wired up, get the interior in it, finish all the plumbing, and we'll get it fired up and hopefully get to enjoy it a little bit over the summer. If not, we will next summer. So as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys following along. Dachshund.